Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA, Cardano. Yeah, Cardano moving further down in line here with the expectation that I already outlined in the last few videos more and more again, that we just haven't finished the correction yet for all altcoins, that we are going to see lower prices in my opinion for all altcoins, that you can see the arrow here that was still on the chart from the last few videos, where we are planning for an ideal target level of 55 cents for ADA, possibly even down to 30 cents. So in this scenario, ADA still has a lot of space to buffer off, or as a buffer for many for another Bitcoin drop. Yeah, so let's say Bitcoin really moves into my target area between 20 and 29k, then ADA to the low here, or to that next level, it still has 32%, and to the 30 cent level it would have around 60%. So there is much more space ADA has, and in that area then here it has another good chance to turn around. Yeah, this is where I would primarily expect ADA to turn around. If it doesn't turn around here, then yeah, then we are going to see much oops, that was the microphone here. Then we are going to see much lower levels, and that is nothing I really want to think about now, because I mean, if ADA drops below that level, then you're going to have a lot of altcoins also going into single digit price levels. Yeah, I mean, then we're going to have here a maybe a 5 to 10 cent ADA, yeah, which I'm not sure is that desirable. Yeah, it will be a great price to buy in, but also it means a long time for recovery. Yeah, so we are facing that situation at the moment with XRP, which is really getting close to critical levels. I mentioned it in previous videos. I will do a dedicated video on that for all coins that I'm a bit concerned about. I'm not concerned about ADA because it had a lot of, it still has a lot of space in line with Solana as well. Yeah. So the truth is that these coins have retraced in similar ways. ADA, Solana, what else? Not sure which other ones, but Polkadot still has space to move further down. Chainlink, a lot of them that I cover here on this channel, which are the more solid projects, the more advanced ones, the ones that don't want to call them the veteran projects, but the ones with a higher market cap. Yeah, they seem to be doing quite well. Whereas a lot of the lower market cap cryptos are struggling now a little bit. Yeah, and especially here in the last few days, what we can see that a lot of money from altcoins is flowing. I don't know if it's really all ape, probably not. It will have an effect, but the altcoins are currently being hammered down a little bit. We're not at the levels of the lows around here around the beginning of March, end of February, but Bitcoin at the time was also much lower. So what happens now if Bitcoin goes suddenly down? The altcoins will get smashed much more, I think. We just need to be aware of that, and that is why in the last few videos I reinforced more and more my view that the downtrend isn't over yet. And yes, while there was, or there still is, a theoretical chance that also ADA could move higher from here, it doesn't show any signs here. And as I said already in the last few videos, we are below the 61.8% Fibonacci level at 96 cents. We are, until we break above at least $1.01 here for ADA, that is the absolute minimum it would need to do to really get going again, yeah, and give me a bit more confidence for a short-term move up. The best level to get above is 126. That where we could then talk about price increases. Until that really happens, everything is just high risk that we still come down once more. And again, the ideal level would be that 55, the area between 55 and 30 cents. That would be the completion of a wave 2 before we could then see hopefully that wave 3. How long that takes, again, I don't know. Ideally you see that move down straight away with Bitcoin as well, but it's just not going to happen. There will always be corrections along the way, and it can take a few more months actually. But yeah, moving down further will end in that capitulation here that could go all the way down to 30 cents. And even short term, going below the 30 cent level would not be a problem, but as long as you stay you stay below the 30 cent level. So I'm getting increasingly careful at the moment, because I see altcoins really coming down, and everybody needs to decide for themselves which projects they believe in, if they want to if they want to keep investing in projects that they are concerned about, or that I'm concerned about. It's just that you just need to be aware of that I'm concerned about some of of these, yeah, and as I said, I will make a dedicated video on some of these, but again, ADA is not one of them. But of course also I don't know how low it will eventually go here, because it could really go to 30 cents. Yeah, it all depends in the end how far Bitcoin will really go down. So ideally we wanna expect Bitcoin to find some support in the area between 20 and 29k. I think then we talk about this area here between 30 and 55 cents. But if we see it go really lower, then yeah, you know, we need to see. Definitely we're not back in an uptrend, and it's taking longer than many people expected. It's just how it is. But yeah, as I said, we're moving down further. We have to expect further lower prices for ADA in line with for all other altcoins. We have made a new swing low here, and if we lose the current level, which is, well, pretty much 80 cents, yeah, if you lose that, I think we're going to see here that 75 cent level, which is the previous swing low. As I already said, as soon as we get sort of in the area between 78 and 80, we are going to see some support, because this is where we had some historical volume. As per the VPVR, you can see we're just going into a here volume profile historical spike, which means that there generally is some support. And if you lose that, I think we're going to see the 75 cent. And if you break below the 75 cent level, then you can go down fairly quickly to the 55 cent level. Because if I zoom out, there isn't really a lot of historical volume as well, so there is not a volume profile spike here. Maybe around the area of 68 cents there might be a bit of support, but then you can go fairly quickly to the 55 cent level. So yeah, this is where we are, and there is no, we just need to be honest that there currently is no uptrend in sight. That can change as soon as we see prices turn around, you know, as soon as we see here a move up, an impulse up, as soon as we break above the $1 and 1 level. But at the moment we just don't, and that is currently the situation for all other altcoins, and we really finally seem to be moving into these target areas that I outlined on this channel here for ADA as well. 55 cents for Solana, maybe $55. Those would be the ideal targets, you know. And Polkadot as well, you know, $11. So ADA, even here on the daily, you know, we were about to get close to a bullish crossover. That was all prevented, and we're heading further down. You know, the MACD is at a historically very low level again. But again, if you look at where we were here back in February, we were still lower. So you can see we are still have a long way to go to get to the levels where we were at the 20 or on the 24th of February, but the price is already nearly there, which means that if we get to these levels, then you know that means quite a bit of a price drop, and could really mean that 55 cent level. I think the next few days and weeks will show really how that will now play out. Do we maybe see, will it get extended? Will we see another bullish crossover before we get down, or do we go down straight away? That is how I can currently see it. Theoretically, ADA can have completed the correction. That is what I said. It has done the minimum requirements that are required for such a classical ABC correction. But for that, we now need to see some movement, and we don't see it. So the market isn't using that chance, that opportunity yet. So there is therefore further clear downside potential and risk. However, generally for a project like ADA, from my point of view, the risk is much more on the upside, which means that not investing in ADA means higher risk than actually investing. That is my personal point of view. I'm not telling you to invest, absolutely not. That is my personal point of view, because theoretically the upside potential is unlimited, whereas, you know, how much more can you actually drop before you will, with a high likelihood, find significant support. But also you need to understand that we probably haven't seen the low yet, and I can't tell you exactly where the low is. This will be an area with a high probability where we are going to find a lot of support here between 30 and 55 cents. So it will certainly be an interesting for next quarter. Yeah, it will be interesting to see how the next few months are going to play out in the crypto market. If you don't want to miss anything, then yeah, make sure you subscribe. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, and yeah, if you really like the content, check out the channel membership for more additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.